Nami, this is for commentary purposes. Please understand. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe!
I'll reintroduce myself. I am Xiaomei. I am the narrator of the story you're hearing.
But you already know that by now. But we previously did our top 9 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So yeah, we'll be explaining why Season 4 is the best chapter of history of Waking the Dragon. So we'll be explaining the best of the best of Season 4, Waking the Dragons Part 1, episodes 145 through 168, and Duel of the Lost Souls Part 2, episodes 169 through 184.
Ah, spoiler alert!
The highlights in the 4th chapter, which is Waking the Dragons and Duel of the Lost Souls, are as followed. There was a new enemy that has appeared, and his name is Yami Mare, and he was fallen to the dark side, and it's up to Yugi and the others to defeat the dark side inside of Mary. And the battles will be very intense. So Mai tried to fight Aunt Mary, but she lost and was sent to the Shadowrun. Valen, Raphael, and Alistair were eventually in the hands of Merrick, but after they were defeated, they eventually had to undergo redemption. And as for Darks, he actually noticed that before the Shadow Thieves, he's actually like the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob and Nightmare from Soul Calibur 6 because of the personality and characteristics, because it most likely brings out a lot of good charm for that. And as for Jonathan T. Ross's last cameo as Yami Merrick in episodes 152 through 171, he did a very fantastic job. And as for my Valentine, she had a few cameos here and there after she lost, but to be honest, she actually had a few more minutes of being on camera though.
Did you know that?
Rebecca kicks Tristan to keep his comments to himself, and he also jokes about making a reference to the Eddie Murphy film, The Nutty Professor. Rebecca did make a PSA, and she actually broke the 4th wall.
Now you know!
May we remind you this: never, ever, ever call Rebecca a kid, especially you, Kaiba. She's a college student.
I am so annoyed! Stupid fuck turtleneck!
Oh, how the hell am I supposed to cash this?
If you all haven't seen our video on Rebecca, please be sure to check it out! And let's make sure that it all goes well. So either way, Rebecca returned in episode 146 with a redesign by Michi Hime no.
2 years later.
Rebecca is 10 years old and she's a college student, although she is the same age as Hotaru Tomoe. She views as girlfriend in Sailor Moon Cosmos, and her personality in season 4 and 5 actually brings her, like, full of determination, and she's never willing to give up, and she's always ready to help her friends out in need. She's like Allison from Sweet Pretty Cure, Macy, Casey, and Janina from Pokemon, and Tiff from Kirby. Rebecca has beautiful light skin, blue eyes, and light long blonde hair, and she is older looking, and she wears glasses like Velma from Scooby-Doo and Boo from Magic Knight Rare, Tiffany from Hardcatch Pretty Cure, Lori from Hardcatch Pretty Cure, Betty from Tropical Ridge Pretty Cure, Clement from Pokemon the Series, and Gumon from Zexal. She's a college student. She passed all of her grades from elementary high school. Although she's the same age as Hotaru Tomoe, Chibiusa's girlfriend in Sailor Moon Cosmos. She wears a skirt with a blue tie and a pink cardigan, as well as a green and white checkered skirt. And she has knee socks and a school uniform with brown shoes instead of Mary Jane's. And she gave Yuki a kiss on the cheekbone before she left. Take a look! It's actually kind of amazing when you think back on it, because it shows that Rebecca actually does care about Yugi because although she has lost a duel against him, she's been learning so much. And eventually, she became a duelist. So she carries a KC mass production disc with her Gen Dragon Fire Princess deck in her pack, and she keeps her cards in her jacket pocket. So, this is an example of Rebecca getting started to duel Valen with Jude in order to look for answers on Yugi.
I win, you talk! Let's duel!
Well, in all honesty, it's actually similar to how Allison wants to save her father, Mephisto, in Sweet Pretty Cure. If you haven't seen the comparison of Allison and Rebecca, well, Hurry Up is very fantastic. And to be honest, Rebecca also has her deck of Gem Dragon and Anti-Cure deck. It's pretty useful when it comes to situations like this. Rebecca is also shown to be a genius at hacking, and she dislikes calling Kaiba a kid to her, despite that she's the same age as Hotaru. And to be honest, it's kind of a big shock if you think back on it. But Rebecca has a better deck, despite that she indeed lost to Valen, since the two of them are not hardly worthy of the Great Leviathan. Instead, he uses a battle armor to annihilate the two of them. But in all honesty, Rebecca is having the adaptation of Nice Girl approaching this chapter. And to be honest, it was actually fantastic!
Did you know that?
Megan Hollingseed from the original My Valentine left for Kids Entertainment around 2004 when we entered Pokemon the series Ruby and Sapphire Advanced Challenge. And by the time that the Shadow Realm ended, and we entered Making the Dragon, so Erica Schroeder replaced her and became the official voice of Mai for the foreseeable future. Also, Carrie Williams retired in 2012. Her last role was in Pokemon the series Black and White Rival Destinies.
Now you know!
And there you have it!
This chapter's rating is a peak 11 out of 10.
So we give Yu-Gi-Oh! Waking the Dragons a peak 6 out of 5.
I'll be returning to my storyteller role now. I hope you have a good day, everyone.
I don't make friends with urchins.
We did our best!
Be gone.